This way, if you please, Master. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Townspeople depend on me where it possible. Anyone gives me trouble then takes a steam.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word! You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. Strong in my head.
I'm just grateful I get to lead all my life. Forgot why I came. Would that all my days were so tranquil. Oh, I got to keep moving.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
What say we gather some information?
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night, and I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
What's to do? Precious little time.
The rules at your neck.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
It seems
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. But of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
that thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent. It's been some time since we last saw the young man who coveted that ornate box. Mayhap we ought to seek him out? I know the way. Follow me.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the Masquerade Hall.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace.
These masks are naught but a hindrance.
Our first sovereign in decades. At last, we will see the end of the age of proxies. Indeed. The Arisen has always been the mainstay of Vermund. Only they are capable of repelling the dragon and guiding
So,
us.
tell me more of this ox cart.
Not so for the
As
Queen
I
Regent
hear
and her
it,
son.
it turned from the highway
Fair weather
only to
rules
vanish.
for both of them.
'Twas carrying some few dozen
War
pawns at the
ere
time as
rot.
well.
Strange tale indeed. Yet pawns are
You are
oft
right.
called
Another
nomads.
fancy party
They are
hosted by
transient
the Arisen.
creatures by
You
nature.
think he's feeling
They all
plenty
want to
now?
vanish.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Would seem surely these extravagances cannot continue.
You were posted in front of the passage yesterday, aye? Next time, don't...
I'm frightfully busy. No time for idle chatter.
Surely 'twas in my affairs of which they whispered.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Naught but tedious talk of golden governance.
These festivities are part and parcel of our station.
'Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. I'd kip just about anywhere.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batal. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
How dreadful! I've some servants ferrying things over from Batal. Mayhap I ought to hasten them along.
What about combat training? I'd kip just about anywhere. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. Waiting on that report.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like. You won't find
In here.
I've been here the whole time.
Open up!
Open this door right now. We're coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do, it's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the Masquerade Hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
Whatever am I to do?
Venture, I must go out and seek it.
This is where I come when life gets
Could have sworn
overwhelming.
I ought to attend to.
I ought to find someone to buy me
I'm just grateful I get to leave.
Ought to set my nose to the ground. Nice place to sit and watch the world go by. I've a nose for rumors of every ilk.
Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own.
From me to bear what younger shepherds come. Always sets me to think.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in. Feels eerie with no one about.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent? And an important personage, perchance?
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
These writings could be of import.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
See which way the wind's blowing.
'Twas an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'Tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Disa's schemes. With the Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the Minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the Minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
There is only one...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phasus fellow are all working together. Quite the sordid trio, eh?
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
Welcome to the Stardrop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? How extraordinary.
This way, if you please.
Sworn I had ought to attend to. Lots
Now,
to do. We get a precious little time. Eyes on.
Welcome.
You wouldn't want to make the others jealous now.
This way, if you please, Master. We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show. Ought we to wait for them?
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Best we set out again later.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet.
Feels so fine. This is the only place I can find.
What is one to do?
I've trained for this. Couldn't hurt to put my feet upon my ship. Not sure I can handle this. Must be.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Only person I believe in is myself.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
I'll feel a sight better.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Seems I've caught someone's eye.
Welcome.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, We offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion. A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow. But what precisely is their aim? Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
I will finish this here and now.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then. Catches your eye.
Yes, sir!
Ugh.
We shall see how bold you are in irons.
Do not